The yellow lightsaber is one of the most interesting lightsaber colours in the Star Wars universe. This is because of its extreme rarity and the mystery surrounding its true origins. In this video we're going to explore every yellow lightsaber user in Star Wars from both Legends and Canon. So before we get started, remember to smash that like button and subscribe with notifications on for more great Star Wars lore content in the very near future. Starting off with Legends users, first up we have Gano Rysode. Gano Rysode was a Jedi Knight in the new Jedi Order created by Luke after the events of Return of the Jedi. Rysode was a confident young man who harboured a long-time wish of being a legend within the new Jedi Order. He dreamed of being a hero that was looked up to in a similar way that Luke Skywalker was looked up to after his heroic actions in redeeming his father and defeating the Empire. Rysode was a member of an aggressive, almost militant faction of the new Jedi Order who supported aggressive action to prevent the rise of outside threats like the Yuuzhan Vong. After the Yuuzhan Vong invaded the galaxy, Rysode was sent to protect the interests of the New Republic and the New Jedi Order in battle. During the early conflict he received a prominent facial scar at the hands of the Yuuzhan Vong, blaming his overconfidence and arrogance for the injury. This event led Rysode to become a more humble man who showed restraint and worked to improve his abilities in the Force. As he began to focus on his improvement in the Force, he quickly emerged as one of the most promising talents within the Order. He honed his Force abilities to such a degree that he became proficient in Force telekinesis and was able to construct his own Yellow Lightsaber with the Force. His Yellow Lightsaber protected him throughout many missions against the Yuuzhan Vong invaders, including with the son of Han and Leia, Anakin Solo. His involvement in the war eventually led him to a camp of student prisoners who had been captured by the Yuuzhan Vong. After failing to save another group of students from imprisonment weeks before, Rysode had a strong determination to save the students and redeem himself. After distracting the guards of the gloomy prison camp and sneaking into the facilities, Rysode singed the arm of his partner who was able to project pain through the Force. Because the students had shock collars, constantly emitting a sharp pain into their necks, Rysode's partner was forced to channel the pain out or risk killing the students. The pain caused by Rysode's yellow lightsaber in his partner allowed him to free the prisoners successfully and return them to safety. Rysode, aided by his yellow lightsaber, went on many more heroic missions after this, fulfilling his childhood dream. In his final mission, Rysode was the last man standing against a horde of extremely angry Yuuzhan Vong beasts, who wanted him dead. They initially challenged Rysode one-on-one, honouring their long-standing fighting tradition, but as Rysode swiftly defeated each one of them, they began charging him in larger and larger groups. Eventually, Rysode was overcome by his opponents, but his strong will and faith in the Force allowed his spirit to live on, defeating any Yuuzhan Vong that came against him. He was literally a dead man walking. In his final brave act, he faced a huge beast face to face, knowing that there was no chance left for him to live. Rysode brought the huge surrounding structure down with the Force, killing all remaining Yuuzhan Vong forces and himself in the process. After that we have Anya Calandra. Calandra was the daughter of a huge rival to Han Solo in the smuggling game. She first met the twin sons of Han Solo after they were ambushed in a hangar on the old planet of Ord Mantell. To the shock of everyone present, she pulled out an ancient, acid yellow lightsaber, slaughtering the thugs and beheading the leader. Although she had saved the Solo twins from certain death, she still harboured a huge resentment for the entire Solo family, as she believed that her father was killed at the hands of Han Solo. Han Solo denied killing her father, knowing the true story behind his death. He wasn't able to reveal the truth that her father was killed on a treasure hunting expedition after refusing to listen to Han Solo's warning of danger. Calandra had a strong connection with the organised crime families of the galaxy, secretly operating as an agent for a high-ranking member of the Black Sun crime family. She was heavily addicted to Andrus spice, but did not let it cloud her mind when it came time to battle. Although she was not Force sensitive, Luke eventually granted her membership to his new Jedi Order on Yavin 4. Her reaction time and speed with the lightsaber was even better than some of the Force sensitive students at the Academy. Her addiction to the spice heightened her awareness and improved her reflexes, making her a suitable combatant for the Jedi Academy. Her strong addiction mixed with her impeccable combat skills led her to the ocean world of Mon Calamari, where she hoped to uncover a secret stash of spice underneath the planet's ice ridge. Realising that her addiction had gone too far, her friends within the Jedi Order, including Han Solo's son, raced to Mon Calamari, hoping to stop her before it was too late. The group eventually caught up to Calandra, demanding that she put an end to her gripping addiction once and for all. They enlisted the help of the Jedi healer, Silgal, to help cleanse the spice toxins out of her body and prevent her from relapsing. Once Silgal had performed the cleansing, they destroyed the spice stash, vowing to never let Calandra touch the spice again. Because of the regret she felt for her previous actions, she did everything she could to make up for it. She started off by pledging to work with Lando and also apologised to Han Solo for accusing him of killing her father. Her final act of redemption came when she threw her yellow-bladed lightsaber in the vast ocean of Mon Calamari, relinquishing all that made up her past life. Next we have Kyle Katarn. Katana was a famous rebel operative from the Sulon system who later went on to join Luke's new Jedi Order, just as the other two on this list did. He was a former Imperial stormtrooper who defected to the rebellion after years of living in the torturous conditions of the Imperial Academy. Katana was a mercenary at heart, often struggling to use the ancient Jedi weapon. He much preferred his Briar pistol, which held huge sentimental value to him because it was given to him by his father. When Katana did eventually learn to use the lightsaber, he went through at least 2 blade colours before eventually acquiring his iconic amber yellow lightsaber. He first used the green bladed lightsaber of the Jedi Master Q-Ran, until it was destroyed by the Dark Jedi Bok on a mission to the Valley of the Jedi. This valley was inhabited by a huge number of corrupted and consumed Dark Jedi who aimed to take the life of anyone who crossed into it. As he fought his way through the valley, he killed any Dark Jedi that threatened his life with ease. That was until he met the Dark Jedi called Yun. Yun was losing his connection to the dark side, moving further into the light as the days went on. By the time that Katana encountered Yun, he had almost completed his conversion to the light. Yun saw the danger that Katana was in, blocking a fatal shot from impacting Katana, sacrificing his own life in the process. Yun saw this action as the only way to fully redeem himself and remove himself from darkness. Katana took Yun's yellow lightsaber as an act of gratitude and used it to fight the rest of the way through the Valley of the Jedi. He later used the yellow blade in his training with Mara Jade, but once he was officially inducted into the Jedi Order, he gave up on the blade so that he could create his own blue variant. Yun's yellow lightsaber would forever live on, stored in the memory of his sacrifice. Moving on to canon wielders of the yellow lightsaber, we have some very interesting stories. The first is the story of Asajj Ventress's yellow blade. Ventress's yellow lightsaber was acquired on the black market sometime after the Padawan and Jedi fugitive Barriss Offee stole her lightsabers. The red-bladed lightsabers with curved hilts were the ones that she had used throughout her time under the apprenticeship of Count Dooku. Ventress used her new yellow lightsaber for the rest of her bounty hunting career, only losing it after being killed by Count Dooku on the planet of Christophsis. Following that, we have the yellow lightsaber pikes that were wielded by the Jedi Temple guards in the Clone Wars TV series. While extremely similar to the double-bladed lightsabers usually wielded by Sith, they had a different mechanism within, allowing them to produce 2 blades. When activated, the blades gained a length of up to 3 meters. These yellow lightsaber pikes were used by the Jedi Temple guards on Coruscant, who were tasked with protecting the vaults and holocron storage of the Jedi Temple. They were usually wielded by the Jedi Sentinels, who struck a balance between the living force and the cosmic force, upholding their strong morals and vowed to protect the Order. They were most prominently featured when they restrained Anakin Skywalker at the trial of Ahsoka Tano and later at the capture of Barriss Offee. Next is the Zygerian Jedi Master named Tosan, who served the Order during the Galactic Republic following the Battle of Naboo. She wielded a double-bladed yellow lightsaber more similar to the Sith double-bladed saber than the Jedi Temple guard pike. The only time we see her within canon is when she interrupts Obi-Wan Kenobi as he trains Anakin Skywalker. She gives Kenobi an assignment to find an ancient Jedi holocron on the planet Dalanor. To finish off the list, we have Rey. At the end of the Rise of Skywalker, we see that Rey has constructed a new lightsaber with the hilt featuring parts of her staff from Jakku. The colour of her lightsaber is yellow, potentially because of her new role as protector of the Jedi Order. This would match her role as a Jedi Sentinel, striking a balance between the living and the cosmic force. Because we don't have that much information from the new movie about her new yellow lightsaber, we can only speculate as to why she may have it. We did see her growing a yellow kyber crystal at the beginning of episode 9, but it is still unclear whether or not the crystal is artificial or a real kyber crystal. We know that it would have been impossible for her to get it from Elam, as the First Order decimated the icy planet, turning it into Starkiller Base. On top of that, the secondary kyber crystal site of Jeddah was destroyed, leaving the potential locations of kyber crystal deposits very limited. Either way, it is clear that the future of the yellow lightsaber will be in the hands of Rey, as having the yellow blade featured on the big screen will open the door for Rey's new Jedi Order to make use of the colour more frequently. This would of course only be possible if the Force users who channeled the crystals have the traits necessary to create the colour yellow within the crystal. On top of this, they would also need to find a way to either mass produce artificial kyber crystals or discover a new deposit of real kyber crystals that would allow for the creation of these new blades. Those are all the current users of the yellow lightsaber within Star Wars canon and legends. As one of the most interesting lightsaber colours because of its rarity, it would be incredible to see the resurgence of this colour within the galaxy. If you'd like to hear more about the true meaning behind the yellow lightsaber in canon, check out the card on screen now to bring you to that video, which deep dives into the history and meaning of the Jedi who were able to create yellow kyber crystals. We will definitely find out more about her yellow lightsaber in upcoming canon material, but until then we just have to wait and see. If you enjoyed the video and want to see this done for all users of the purple lightsaber, remember to subscribe, leave a like and comment telling me why. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers guys.